Well, good morning. It's been a while, 2 years to be exact, and then probably 2 years before that. So my output of videos, probably 2 in 4 years, isn't the best. I know it's not going to get the algorithms doing anything, and it's not going to attract many followers. It's just life, I'm afraid. It gets in the way. But obviously more important things than this, so anyway, it's now 2026. I'm 2 years down the line from my last video. Just about 8 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, it's absolutely pissing it down. So this could be the best thing I've ever done, or it could be the dumbest. And I'm going to try today to do something really simple. Basically all I want is to get a decent picture of a bird with some movement that I can print, because I've recently bought an A3 printer, and I want to start putting some up in my office at work as well, and on my wall at home in my office. So that's today's plan. 2 things that might go wrong, probably more than 2, but is I've only got literally an hour and a half this morning. And secondly, it's really quite dull and overcast, which means even at 6400 ISO, I'm only getting about 500th of a second, which isn't the best for freezing action. But you know what? We'll just see what we get. So yeah, I'm just at a local nature reserve. It's fairly quiet. I mean, there's Canada geese, there's goosanders on here, mallards of course, coots, and I've seen little grebe in the past as well. I don't really mind what the bird is today. That's not the objective. The objective is to get a decent image that I can print at A3. So if I manage it, I'll show you the image, and then we'll go back and show you the printing process I use. I'm no printing expert, I've got to be honest. I'm just still learning, but I'll show you how I do it anyway. Well, I'm having a few problems with the light, basically. It's so dull this morning, overcast. It's not going to get any better either, so I'm really struggling with getting a fast enough shutter speed and being able to shut down my aperture to get a decent depth of field. Wow, right at the death. The Canada geese were really going at it, they were fighting and everything. So I may have some shots. It wasn't really my target species, because Canada geese aren't that colourful, but I think I might have got some nice poses as they were flying around, fighting and flapping their wings and everything. So just had a quick look on the back of the camera. I think I might have something, hopefully. I got this image amongst all the others, so I'm going to use this one. The first thing I want to do is just crop it down to what I've got as a custom size of A3. I've already got that built into Lightroom, so I'm just going to arrange that how I want it. Just move it around a little bit and then hit enter, and that's my final cropped image. And as you can see, it is quite noisy as well. So I'm going to apply some denoise, which I think does a fantastic job actually. You can argue it goes too far and gives that bit of a real weird look, but I think it does quite a good job of getting rid of the noise actually. So I'm just going to do that, and then I think hopefully at the end I'll have a much cleaner, better image, more detail. So then I'm going to go through a few basic edits now. I'm not going to go over these too much because there's plenty of stuff on YouTube about editing images. If you want to know a bit more about how I do it, then just let me know, and I'll probably do a bit more in depth about it. But it's all fairly straightforward stuff. I'm going to use the mask eventually to isolate the bird, and just put some more detail into the bird, and use a reverse mask as well, just to deal with the background and just take a bit of saturation out of the background. So it just gives that little extra bit of separation and make it cooler as well. So the background's a bit cooler and the bird's a bit warmer. Again, it gives you that bit of separation. So that's pretty much going to be my final image, I think, there. So here's the final image now. So what I want to do is print this. So the first thing I can do is to do a soft proofing. So I'll click this button at the bottom, soft proofing. And because I've got this profile that I've downloaded previously set for the type of paper I'm going to use, it's the only one I've got in A3. So I'm going to use that anyway. It then gives you a simulated version of what it thinks it's going to look like. And now this is what it does. That's the original, that's the simulated version. You can see it goes a bit flat. So what this allows us to do now is to bring back a bit of detail before you print. So I can now make any more adjustments on this simulated version. So contrast. And as soon as I start to make an adjustment, it will then ask me if I want to make a copy for this proof, which I do. So it'll be a virtual copy. So I'm going to click on create proof copy, and it will make another image, and I can then work on this one without affecting the original. And this will be my print copy. So again, I'm just going to bring a bit more texture back into there and a bit more clarity, and just get the image back to more or less where I want it. Just give it a little bit of warmth as well, I think. Okay, so when I've got that, in the print module in Lightroom, I tend to use, I think I've obviously got a conflict going on somewhere on my iMac and Lightroom, because every time I try and print from here, I get a strange hue, like a green or a yellow hue or something. So I've obviously got some sort of conflict going on. I can't find it yet. So what I'm going to do, I'll go back into the develop module, and I'm actually going to now export this print copy out into a folder. So I'm going to use this folder called prints and give it a custom name. And then I'm not going to change any of the other settings at all, the size or the thing. I've got it set at 90. I'm not going to change the size, and then I'm going to export that out now into that folder. So what I then do is I use the Canon professional print layout. So I'm going to open that image up. Drag it onto the canvas. And again, you can select all sorts of different things here, the type of paper, and further down the bottom, or the size obviously, yeah. And further down the bottom is the profile again, which should be already set. And you can check and click on and off a lot of different things in this section here. And it's worth just going through them, like the black point, just to see if it makes any difference. It doesn't make a huge difference. But I think I prefer it like that. like that. Yeah, I'll go with that. And that's pretty much it, really. So I've been using this and I'm getting much better results with this. So again, once I'm happy with everything, just go down and press the print button, and then I'll get all the details on the screen that I've selected, so to make sure those are okay, and then OK. And then that will then send it off to the printer. So here's the final printed image. I hope you like it. I'm quite happy with it in the end, and I'll get it framed up and get that on my wall. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you again in another couple of years. No, just kidding. Hopefully it'll be sooner than that, somewhere out in nature.